Band's big in Oakland, yeah, our band's going far. We got a foursome demo and we play it in a car. Can I borrow $20? Headed for a rock and roll it down. Hey baby, I'm alive, why yeah. And sometimes the only thing that feels good is the rock and roll it down. Oh yeah.
We're in a crunch for time. We got to get stuff going. We got to move. We got to get artists signed. There's a lot of pressure, so we're going to start bringing people in. Some of the qualities I look for in a band are diligence, you know. It's one thing to have great music, but it's another thing to be able to say, I'm willing to hit the streets and actually push this. Bands expect a lot from a label. Well, a label also expects a lot from a band. They have to be as excited about their career as we are.
There's a certain sense of star quality that you can feel when somebody comes in, and a sense of readiness that it's meant for them. They sleep, eat, and breathe it, and this is what they need to be.
I look for originality, and I look for, you know, it's great to have that stage presence. That's something you can work on. It's not like the most important thing, but it's a plus if it's there already.
Audiences are so fickle more than ever these days, and if you can't hold their attention for a period of time, they're going to go elsewhere. It's just like changing the radio dial. If there's a kind of a blah song on the radio, they're going to change the dial. It's easy.
I lean towards people who can contribute as songwriters.
I really don't think I know what I'm looking for in artists. I feel something when I see the right one. I either feel something or I just don't get anything at all. The songwriter we just signed, Kirsty, brought an artist in. I didn't know that it was a part of the package.
Kirsty gave me the CD and I had sat on it for like maybe a month. And I popped in the CD and I'm like, oh, I gotta check this out. And there's Avril's song, Hanging with the Twang, comes on. And I'm like, yeah, and my foot's on the pedal.
When she played me a song called Hang with the Twang, I honestly thought that I was listening to some 30-year-old girl.
She is available, and she's been homeschooled. She turned 15 now, I believe.
And I found out that she was some young girl from Birmingham, had no experience, had no label connections, no management ties. It was just something that we had to run for.
Is the studios are already in place, or do we need to do, is that something we have to do?
Bill Warner's going to work that out. Okay. He's got Omni. Perfect. And it's just basically to go listen to the song, listen to his mix. Right. But it'll be our opportunity to meet Avril. Greg gets in Friday night. And he'll be working with Jessica. The goal would be to school Jessica and ultimately the interns on marketing the website and such. When I met Greg Lee, it was at a hotel in LA near the airport, and he walked into the room, and within 30 seconds, I looked at him and said, we are going to work together.
Fred and Mariana had a story, but they knew that it still had to be developed. And the way it gets developed is actually not by any of us, but it's the music.
You couldn't ask for more than to be an intern and talk to someone like him who knows so much.
You know, a #1 song sounds the same the day you wrote that song as the day it goes to #1. The only thing that changes is what any of us do, how we embrace it, absorb it, and then share it.
I mean, 17 years as head of promotions at Warner Brothers Records, over top 40 crossover material for 17 years.
But I was very lucky. I had good mentors. Quincy Jones. These are musical geniuses, people that it's music first and foremost. And that's the whole thing, is that's the beauty of Fred's model is this is a model where there isn't boundaries. You don't have to be put in a box. You may sound like a country artist, but you know what? Is Lady Antebellum a country artist, or are they now a mainstream pop act?
And I was like, no, I wanted that bring to tears factor, because I think a real superstar will make everyone be moved that way. And I wanted to see if she had that.
Sometimes the only thing that feels good is the rock and roll it down. Oh yeah!
So what can I get you guys today?
Actually, do you mind telling me the specials again?
Dude, just been over this already. 3-bean chili with garlic bread, a Cajun chicken salad with a raspberry vinaigrette, or a pulled pork sandwich with fries or mixed greens.
Wow, that's hot.
What's hot, the chili or the chicken?
There's nothing hotter than a guy who listens. Find yours on LiveLinks. Call or visit livelinks.com for your local number.
Do you owe the IRS or state more than $10,000 in back taxes? Well, you can stop stressing right now. At Blue Tax, our team of tax professionals will remove bank levies and wage garnishments fast. Stop all collection activity immediately. And negotiate a settlement on your entire tax debt. You could end up paying way less than you owe. 800-993-3941. For a free consultation. That's 800-993-3941. And remember, you heard it from me, Max, at Blue Tax. Wow!
Attention women who have taken birth control. The popular birth control drugs Yaz, Yasmin, and Ocella have been linked to serious and deadly side effects.
If you took one of the popular birth control drugs, Yaz, Yasmin, or Ocella, and suffered a heart attack, stroke, pulmonary embolism, DVT, or blood clot, call the Goldwater Law Firm right now.
Call 800-501-9998. That's 800-501-9998.
Attention! If you were seriously injured in a car accident, even if you are at fault or already received an insurance settlement, you may be entitled to money you don't even know about.
If you or a loved one was seriously injured or killed in a car accident in the last 3 years, call us right now.
If you were seriously injured or if a loved one died in a car accident in the last 3 years, call the Goldwater Law Firm.
Call 800-204-5577. That's 800-204-5577.
We are on our way over to Omni Studios to see the artist Aubrielle Mullins. She is an artist that Kirsty Manna and Bill Warner have been working with. We're really excited.
I have been singing since I could make a sound. Since I was 2 years old in my grandmother's kitchen. She taught me all of the classic country songs, all of the artists.
She's got a lot going on for her. She's got a great head and her shoulders, great attitude and work ethic, and it's just incredibly wonderful to work with her.
If I become a big star one day, that would be great.
It's just been an amazing ride. It's exciting for the whole family. Her dad and I are behind her, her sisters are behind her, and it's just a very exciting time.
When I got to the studio, I was kind of sussing out what was going on. I knew that the crew was in there setting up, just trying to get their lighting and their positioning right. But when we showed up, I think Fred and a couple people started to go into the control room.
When we got to Omni, the studio, Bill was still adjusting some things and what have you.
And I was like, going in, I'm like, they're not ready yet, because she was still in the control booth, and that's not how the plan was going to be. So I go in, and I say hi to her, and make sure she's okay, and I come back, everybody out of the studio, she's not ready yet.
Holly can come across fairly brash at times, but her only goal is to work that artist. Her only goal is for the interest of the artist, and if she comes off like a machine gun, it's all for the job.
You know, when you want to impress somebody, it's all about the presentation. You want people getting drips and drabs. What is this person doing? I'm like, out, out. So basically, everybody is going to come in and they want to hear the full production.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to say hello with her and meet her family and talk with her.
Okay. Okay, what we're going to do, you're going to sing a live version of Twang now to the track we imported.
Okay.
All right.
I wasn't ready. I mean, I heard the recordings,
I wasn't ready for it.
Now everybody's hopping on a hip-hop wagon. Say you country folks are lagging. Listen up, y'all, if that was my thing. I've been knee-deep in the bling-bling. I might could make $1 million with the boys.
I was feeling nervous, excited. It was amazing. It was like, oh my gosh, a record label, they're listening to me. It's like today, it's like happening right now. It was just wow.
Break up a little swing on my hillbilly guitar strings.
She was every bit what I heard in the first recording and more.
And she just kicked butt. She actually sounded better on singing live to track.
She's one of these singers that you hear, you just cannot believe that person's opening their mouth and that's coming out of their mouth. It hits you as a listener to a core. You know, and it's like the perfect marriage of a song and a singer. And I think if she has the songs that are really right for her, that's going to happen every time she sings.
Yeah. That wasn't too bad. I've heard you do it a lot better.
I'm a fan.
Thank you.
Kirsty, that is a hit.
So after that, I thought, well, it'd be a really good idea for her to sing a cappella. And Fred was completely sold by that point. He had goosebumps and he was so excited.
I mean, I don't know how you got to do that. So, I'm okay if you want.
I'd still
Then you
because I want to hear that.
jump into it.
And I was like, no, I wanted that bring to tears factor because I think a real superstar will make everyone be moved that way. And I wanted to see if she had that.
Great job, sweetie.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable doing that, or yeah? I just want to send everybody away crying, all excited about you.
So if we're all putting our asses on the line, I wanted to see that she could carry through.
Feels good is the rock and roll it down. Oh yeah. Sit down in the crowd and I want the spotlight shine down. Walk away from the street, won't open my eyes. And I'm so scared that I cry, but I won't stop until I try. 'Cause I am who I am and I'm gonna take the chance because it's my body.
Do you owe the IRS or state more than $10,000 in back taxes? Well, you can stop stressing right now. At Blue Tax, our team of tax professionals will remove bank levies and wage garnishments fast. Stop all collection activity immediately. And negotiate a settlement on your entire tax debt. You could end up paying way less than you owe. 800-993-3941. For a free consultation. That's 800-993-3941. And remember, you heard it from me, Max, at Blue Tax. Wow!
Jim is 38, mortgage, married, 3 great kids. He wants to protect his family with a $500,000 term life insurance policy. What do you think it'll cost him? $100 a month? 60? 40? Actually, none of the above. Jim can get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $18 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll comparison shop the pick of insurance companies like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. Jim's wife, Deidre, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
So what can I get you guys today?
Actually, do you mind telling me the specials again?
Dude, just been over this already. 3-bean chili with garlic bread, a Cajun chicken salad with a raspberry vinaigrette, or a pulled pork sandwich with fries or mixed greens.
Wow, that's hot.
What's hot, the chili or the chicken?
There's nothing hotter than a guy who listens. Find yours on LiveLinks. Call or visit livelinks.com for your local number.
I didn't want to put Abriel through doing a cappella performance.
I'm okay if you want.
I'd still
Then you
because I want to hear that
jump into
magic.
it. And Holly insisted on it. And I kept thinking, oh, don't do that to the little girl.
You want to do that on the mic, or you want to do it right here in the room?
I can do it here.
And she forced her to do it, and it wasn't really difficult to do anyway. But it was exactly that thing that pushed me over the edge.
I wrote this song with one of my good friends, Chad Hill, and we wrote it for all the soldiers that are over in the Middle East and have to be away from their families for so long. And a week after I wrote this, one of my good friends was deployed over to Afghanistan. So it just sunk in even more how everybody that is deployed over to the Middle East, how much impact it has on the families. Clouds are rolling in on this desert once again. I can hear the whisper of your voice calling in the wind. Let the thunder of your love roll in on this storm I see, so I can feel your love rain down on me. You're my rain in the desert tonight. You're my
She sang that thing like a songbird. Everybody's hair was up on their arms.
I just think she's an amazing singer. I think she's anointed. I don't know what else to say.
You're my rain in the desert tonight.
There's a feel to special moments, and it was in that studio.
Well, I don't know. I honestly know how to blabber all night, but
that was the effect I was looking
You
for.
are great. I mean, it's that simple. What a find.
I tell you right now, I think she might be the best I've ever come across in raw talent.
When somebody's 14 years old and can put out that kind of power and reduce a room of executives to tears, you're a star.
And I tell you, at your age, to know where your voice is, to have that much control over your vocals.
Oh, yeah.
We want to do a deal with you. So we need to talk our way through that. Well, let's go back. Let's go back to the office.
There's a dance that has to happen with these artists. You fall in love, all of a sudden, man, I want this artist, and then the realization hits you, holy smokes, I want this artist, so now I got to sell her on my shtick. He spent 6 years coming up with a business plan, and this was truly our first time to pitch it. And it's to somebody we really like, we really want.
Over the last 5.5 years, I have developed a business model and gathered friends in that believe in it.
So we sat down in a circle and basically showed them a preemptive look at who we are, and everybody did their best to sell them on the plan.
Because I want to sign you. And I think that we would move real fast, because here's what you got. With us, you got a 5-member, there'd be 6 with my son. You pretty much have a street team that's really well educated in breaking artists.
Every new face needs a new description of what you're doing. And you never know, A, do they get what you're saying, or do they just think that because they buy the plan and run off with their own world, or have they really truly gotten it?
So the company is a revolutionary company that forms partnerships with the artists. And the industry that used to be is not what we're going to play. We're going to do something that I think is going to overcome a major shortcoming of the old industry.
not only are you dealing with a child and her parents, but you're dealing with a child and their parents. So you've got the mama bear issue, the papa bear issue, you've got the desire to be famous, and around it all, I know your perspective is there's a potential to crush the whole family.
Yep.
There's a potential that I could build this up and then it doesn't work.
Feels good is the rock and roll it down. Oh yeah.
Don't tell me that you're not a thief like me. What do you take me for? Because the thieves don't sleep, and what the thieves don't keep, they'll throw away. They're always on their feet and running.
Jim is 38, mortgage, married, 3 great kids. He wants to protect his family with a $500,000 term life insurance policy. What do you think it'll cost him? $100 a month? 60? 40? Actually, none of the above. Jim can get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $18 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll comparison shop the pick of insurance companies like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. Jim's wife, Deidre, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or go to SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
We asked Bill Gates where he would go to get $300 fast.
ValleyTrust.com. Apply today and get your money tomorrow.
We asked Oprah where she would go for a quick $100 loan.
ValleyTrust.com. It's fast, it's easy, and you don't need perfect credit.
Then we asked Donald Trump where he would go.
I would go where Oprah goes, ValleyTrust.com.
Call this number now to apply or log on to ValleyTrust.com. Valley Trust has over 75 lenders ready to get cash into your bank account in about a day. Use the money for auto repairs, medical bills, or even a vacation. Just have a regular income of at least $800 per month and be 18 years of age or older. You can depend on Valley Trust, even if you have less than perfect credit. We even asked a U.S. president where to go.
ValleyTrust.com.
Log on or call this number now.
I, Lakeisha President, approve this message.
For a quick loan, call 800-691-8668 or log on to ValleyTrust.com and enter promo code VALLEY70.
It has to be right. Right, Dad? Right. Highway to Fame is a show where fans can check out unsigned bands and see what they like. The fans can go to Highway to Fame and vote their favorite singers and their favorite acts into more prominence on the site. Who is the next star? You tell us.
Success isn't without pain. You know, I certainly haven't closed the door on Autumn. I feel like anyone that's got that kind of talent, that she displays it in ways that she may not even know that she does, but while I wasn't totally blown over the top by her projection, and then when I saw the overwhelming response from the interns, even you have to second guess yourself at those moments. And I don't want to make a mistake either for me and certainly not for her.
I knew there was some awkwardness in regards to this person that was her acting manager that was in the room. So maybe that was affecting her performance as well, her holding back maybe because she was thinking, okay, what, you know, I don't want to offend my friend, you know, who's come in and instantly endear myself to these new people and that kind of thing. So maybe she felt torn between both entities. I don't know.
You know, there's two camps in the building. There's the interns and the executives. The executives saw her shyness as a huge problem. That's a barricade. You know, you can't teach somebody to be outgoing if they're not.
I feel like she's a little bit shy, but I felt that can always be worked on. And
she has the potential for great stage presence.
The interns are sitting there thinking, wow, she's so cool. This is just a speed bump on her way to fame. I mean, you know, she gets enough attention, she gets enough people patting her back, and she'll bloom, she'll blossom.
I felt when Autumn walked in the room, it was like the energy was like just total static. You know, that told me that she's insecure and that she had wrapped herself in the security blanket of friends. She had imported a lady from Tucson that she evidently was comfortable with, who had absolutely no music experience whatsoever. You can't get to that point you have to get to with an artist if somebody's standing between you. You know, everybody, it's unanimous. Everybody's just jumping up and down about signing Abriel.
But are we saying we want to work together and see what we can do about getting through the contracts?
Can we tear her out of their arms and give her the advice that really is critical to make her a success? And then what does success bring?
So do you feel good about it?
I think it's so wonderful what they're doing for the artist, to form a relationship with them so the artist is not just another number in the system.
I just think you're a great talent. I'm telling you right now, I told people on the way out of the studio, I think we witnessed history today.
I'm going to start to cry.
So I'm going to get...
On either direction, success or failure, they can never go back. You've changed their life forever.
It's just so amazing to see everything come together that I've been working so hard at.
What is going to be hard, I think, is the effects it has on Abriel, the effects it'll have on the family. I saw the two little sisters, and when I walked into the studio and I saw these little girls sitting on the couch, just perfect picture of innocence, and how that's going to affect their lives. They're not even a part of it. They're never going to be behind the mic, but their world will never be the same.
For better or for worse, the old life's gone, the new life's here.
And it's more so with success than it is failure.
Big time.
I know a lot of awesome songwriters that can't make ends meet right now. It's because people are stop illegally downloading music.